Okay. I still left that up there because I really need um, it to be up there. Hold on, let me take that off right now. And also, let me find out how I take that off. Okay, there it is. There it is. All right, let's go back and find it, which is there. And there I am. Cool DJ phase. That's how we do it. All right. So back to the topic. Those jealous of the internet trolls, and it's actually on the internet trolls. So what it is these people are trolling hard, and what they're so angry about is that the truth is coming out. For so many years, they had this fake, false timeline. They had a fake, false appearance of these three people in the Source magazine that were basically not even there in the creation of hip hop. And so for years and years, that's all they knew. That's all they knew and saw were these three that were supposed to have been there for the creation of hip hop. Um, Yesterday, I went on my brother's their show, BDP, and we stayed on there for 3 hours and some change, almost 4 hours, and the internet trolls were just coming on. So this is what I say and why I say they're so jealous. Number one thing is when you read the comments, you read what they say that we said, they say that we did, or whatever. How would you know that? How would you know that if you wasn't watching us? You're watching every you prop these internet trolls have it favored. They have my name favored. They have Lord Jamar's name favored. They have Tariq Nasheed's favored. They have all of these names favored. So they get indication or know when that we come on whenever we do whatever we did. If we did something and recorded it, they put in DJ phase, they look it up and say what it is, and then they listen. So they watch the whole thing. The other day, me and Lord Jamal was on there for 3 hours and 45 minutes, and they stayed on there the complete time, listening to every word, admiring, listening, and watching, and interviewing, and all of that. They doing that. And so a person that does that, what does that tell you about the person? That shows that they've been doing that from day one. Their parents were doing it, and their parents were doing it from day one. So what they do is they watch, they absorb everything that we do, and they try to do it. They try to take it over and say that they do it, but it doesn't work. One of the things that I said, and I know they were super mad about, was that they tried with breakdancing and they still haven't got that yet. They still can't even breakdance now. They tried everything, the DJ and the MC and the fashion. They tried every single thing. So that shows us people, the Freemans, it shows us that we are so powerful. We're so creative. We're we're so much that everybody else wants to emulate us. Okay, everybody wants to be a part of us. They want to say 50-50. We were there. When you ask the question, okay, you say 50-50. You were there in the creation. What creation did you bring to the table? What creation did you bring? When you create something, you're putting the ingredients together and you're creating something, right? So we ask them all the time, several times, especially Dr. Columbus. We ask Dr. Columbus all the time, what did your people bring to the creation? When we ask that question, all you hear is crickets. All you hear is cricket. They goes on and say, and then Dr. Columbus said last night, which was hilarious. I roasted him on that. He brings up just begun. When I say the beats or whatever, just begun, and so we all laughed so hard because number one, just Begun was nowhere near the creation. Okay, when Just Begun record came out, actually, I think Bertha Butt came out first before Just Begun, and so that was not, we didn't play that in the creation. Okay, that came later down the line. And so when he brought that up, it just showed how desperate he is to try to bring them in when it's just there's nothing that he can say. He brought up the Latin get down. Who's ever heard of that? Nobody has ever. That's something that he made up that's gonna go nowhere. It's just absolutely nowhere. They were fans then, they're fans now. I guarantee you, if you look on the people that are there now, they're all of them that are just looking and watching every single thing that we do. They're watching every single thing, and they're waiting to say something. They're waiting to put in and put their name there to say something. And what kind of people are that? What if you really stop to think about it? What kind of person would want to do that? How does that even look when people look at you like, man, why are you hating so bad? Why are you hating so? Why are you so jealous of this guy? Why are you doing it so bad? And so they're hating like that, and it's looking really, really bad. It's looking bad for them. I'm gonna take a couple of the comments, but also what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually bring the timeline in which they came in, because you have to remember this, especially in 1971. In 1971, they had just got really rejected by the pink people. At 60s and the 70s, they were being rejected. So as they came to the Americas, as they came to New York, they were being rejected. And so they had a hatred for us automatically. They had a hatred for us. They didn't like how we dressed, what we stood for. And so they came to actually be pink and downgrade us. They wanted to just downgrade us. And so then when they came and they got rejected, the pink people put them in with us. They splattered them in with us, and we accepted them. We did. We were the ones that accepted them. So they should be thanking us, but they still have this hatred inside because we are the chosen ones that are not chosen. You understand? We are the actual chosen ones, the chosen people that are chosen but not chosen. And the people that we're not chosen by are these pink people. The pink people. And the reason why we're not chosen by them is because they fear us. They fear us so much. They know that everything that they have done to us, we survived. And not only did we survive, we came out rocking, we came out swinging, we came out champions. And so anything that they put on us, that it just, we push it to the side and we keep on jumping, we keep on running. And so that fears them so much. So if we were able to get what they have and use it what we have, we would be of the world. We of the whole entire world. We would be on top of the world. And so that's what they fear us so much about. And so now the pink people, which the Puerto Ricans don't even understand what's going on right now. What they going on right now is the pink people are using the Puerto Ricans to be in the middle because they don't want us to rise. They don't want us to rise. They know that if we, and what's so funny about it is we not taking it. We're not taking it. We pushing them out the way, and then we're gonna push them out the way. Okay. And so now when that happens, it's gonna be it's so scary for them. It is so scary for them. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna hit on today, because I'm gonna go in today. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the people coming, the trollers coming in and saying stupid stuff that they know nothing about. Like I said, if y'all want to troll about something, answer some of the questions we asked, like, what did you bring to the table? Where was your creation at? Show us some pictures of you guys in Puerto Rico in 1971. How come there's no, in the creation of it, we didn't sing no Spanish songs. We didn't sing none of that stuff. We didn't sing Spanish songs. We didn't sing Jamaican songs. We didn't do no Caribbean stuff. We did strictly what our parents had and their record wardrobe, if you want to call it. We our fashion was from what we seen our people do. It wasn't, we didn't take none of the fashion from you guys. We didn't take none of the DJing, the MCing, the dancer, or anything from you guys. So where was the influence at? We have no influence from none of you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go in today, so be prepared, people, for me going in. But I'm going to take some comments right now. Let's try to go back up a little bit. Okay, first comment is by Kaz. It says they hate the truth. Exactly. Riri says they can't stand the truth. I remember that. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Okay. Cass says again, he says, Puerto Ricans pioneered breakdancing offbeat. Yes, exactly. Hey, Cass, wait. You just wait, because I'm getting ready to prove it. I'm getting ready to show you guys, and I'm going to let you know from this point on, they can't even claim that. Okay. They're going to have to change the name for what they're doing after I finish with today. Okay, melanated water. It always mums the word whenever we ask for what specifically did Puerto Ricans create in hip hop. Exactly, melanated warrior. Exactly. And the crickets come because they have nothing. There is absolutely nothing. We can ask that question till we're blue in the face. They will never be able to answer it. The trolls they get on here, they always bring up something else. They start talking about how racist we are. They start talking about how they started graffiti, how they started breakdancing. They start bringing up stuff that's happening now that has nothing to do with the 70s. It's ridiculous how they do that. Okay, let's go back down to KK Johnson's. Why they never speak about the black graffiti artists and crews that made the art pop. Exactly. Well, that's another thing that we're going to actually, one of the topics that we're going to get on to is the crews. Okay. In the creation of hip hop, there were no kind of crews. There were no kind of crews, no graffiti crews, no breakdancing crews, no nothing. We were individual. We were individual, and that's where they don't get it. They say, "Oh, we're the first dancing crew and all that." No, 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 no. By the time you guys came out, you take our hand-me-downs, you take our leftovers, you take all of the stuff that we throw off the table and throw it like scraps. Okay, that's what you guys did. You guys took our scraps. Okay, and that's terrible. To even know that you took our scraps that has to hurt in itself. That really has to hurt in itself. Thank you, FaZe. That's KK Johnson. Okay, melanated warrior again. It says the dot quisition square. Conquistadors, racist right hand man Randy made up the Latin breakdown nonsense. He even had the nerve to call it his intellectual property. Keep it. Y'all can keep that. We don't want it. Okay. We do that. There's no such thing as the Latin breakdown. There's no such thing. There's absolutely no such thing. Where you got break from is from us, because that's what we call the get down part. The get down part of the record was the break, and that's what we named that. So, for you guys to come in and say, oh, this is what we, no, there's no such thing as the Latin breakdown. So you could keep that, have that. We don't want that. You'll never see us saying, oh, the Latin breakdown was this or what. You'll never see that, because we don't want that. All right. So go ahead with that. And okay, now Cass says, where's your super chats at, Phase? I don't have them yet. I don't have a super chat yet. And so listen, that's why we definitely need you to put it in the Cash App. We also have a Zelle too, but if you need the Zelle, then you have to message me somehow. Go on Instagram, request me on the Instagram, and I'll send you an instant message to how to do that. Okay, now Phase, this is Jay. DJ Phase, I'm so glad God placed you in that moment in time to represent us, because you are a beautiful spirit that's telling the truth, because I was living in that era. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. And it's funny. It's really funny. Saturday, there was an event in New Rochelle, and Brand Nubian and Smooth B and Nice and Smooth performed, and other people performed, Horace Brown and Rel, and it was a beautiful, beautiful event. But the best part of that event was I came in, everybody was taking pictures with me, and we were talking, and I was walking, I was backstage, and I was walking around, and I turned to the left, and I saw Smokey of the Smokatron. Smokey was sitting there, and as soon as I saw Smokey, I hadn't seen Smokey in over 50 years. I haven't seen Smokey. And as soon as I walked up to him, the first thing came out of his mouth was, "That's not Booby. That's not Booby. You can't be Booby." When he said that, a tear, a tear appeared on me. Now, I'm not no softy or whatever, but a tear came to my eye, because number one, for Smokey to remember after 50 years, to remember my name, to remember my exact name. And then I kept on telling him, I said, I'm DJ Phase now. He said, you ain't no DJ Phase, you Easy Al. That's what he said. He said, you're not doing, you're easy. And so he said these things, and it made me know that, wow, everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm supporting, everything that I'm trying to do and show is the truth. It's the truth. When you have true legends, like he's a living legend. Okay, I wish Mario was here around to say the things, but Smokey's here, and he said that, and it made me feel so good. He took down my telephone number. He gave me his number. He doesn't do really the internet that much, but the nut that was with him was like, let me get the internet information, and he took that, and he's going to try his best to come to everything that I get. He said he just didn't know. He just didn't didn't know that I was around still. And so that made me feel so good to know this is a true legend that was there, and he, it just, like I said, that's one thing that it made, that was the highlight of me going to that jam. Okay, Jux 888 says invasion of the body snatchers. I don't know what that means, but okay. um Melanated Warrior, they've always used the tethers as buffers against us. Now what this means is, what they do now, these troller guys, the Dr. Columbus and all the other trolls, I call them, what they do is they get more one account that shows them, and then they get fake accounts that has no face, that shows no face, and then that those are accounts that come in and say this is, this is it. They troll and they say, oh, you wasn't here, you doesn't do this, and you don't know. Those are the ones what they use as the account to say stuff. Now this is the bad part about that. When when we see it and other people see it, all they're telling them is that you're hating, you're a biter, you're just terrible. You wait for us to go on so you can observe, just like you guys were doing in the beginning. Okay, that's what y'all were doing in the beginning. You were watching, you were standing on the outside, looking in, trying to figure out what we were doing, and you're still doing it now. Think about it. They write my name, right, on the internet, and it says they have the notification saying that DJ Faze is doing this, or DJ Faze, and they immediately go and they listen to every word. There's no way in the world you could be in the comments without knowing that I'm on. And so what are they doing? They're observing. They're doing the same exact thing that we're talking about. And that's where they get their information. That's where they even know that we're doing anything, is because they're trolling. They're coming in and trying to find out what we're doing, what we're saying. If we were nobodies, if we were something, you wouldn't even come on. You wouldn't even want to come on and see what we were doing if we were nobodies. But obviously, to you trollers, we are the best. We're the best thing that ever happened to this earth. So keep on trolling, keep on watching us, and you'll see. You'll just see. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We here first. Y'all came. Okay. All right. Okay. Here go Jax again, 88. They think that they have the complexion, no, the completion for the protection. I don't know what that means, but okay. All right, buffers. Okay. So I guess he's saying that they're buffers. Okay, I get it. I don't understand. Okay, repping our culture. Respect to you, DJ Faze. As a baby born in '79, I'm amongst those who grew up raised knowing only a word with hip hop. They won't give me enough character to express my gratitude, sir. Wow, thank you, brother. Um, in 1979, you were actually born in the third generation of it. Okay, you were born in the third generation of it, and so I'm sure your parents were either in the second or the first generation of it. And so you just ask them the questions, and I'm sure they'll give you the right thing to do. Okay, so and also my people, from now on, I'm not gonna name the other guy. I'm just gonna refer to him as Dr. Columbus. They gave me that last night on BDP, and I love it. I'm definitely going to use that from now on. Okay, let's go down to here we go. Let's get some other people up in here. And also, please, 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 someone sent a Cash App last night and it failed. So we actually sent a request for them, but they haven't sent it back yet. So we don't know if they canceled the Cash App or if it just failed because they didn't have enough funds or whatever. But if you sent the Cash App, please send it back. Please send it back so we can know who you are and that you definitely donated. Okay. Here we go. Big E, it's only musty tethers that are mad. Yes. Yes. And see, you know, I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna do that because you know they're gonna call me racist, but I'm gonna do it anyway since they're saying what they're saying and they do it for those people. Okay, so now remember, and this you guys that are younger, you can actually ask your parents and their parents before your grandparents and stuff. You can ask them. So when we used to always, and I say we, and meaning my parents, everybody that's older than me, used to have this thing that we used to say that the pink people smelled like wet dogs. You know, if you would go on the train or you would be in close proximity of them, they would smell like wet dogs, mostly their hair. Their hair would have this mildew smell to it, mildew smell. And we used to like, oh my God, you know, like, oh my God, they really smell bad, you know, and they used to have this. So this was a known things, especially in the 70s. In the 70s, that's when I guess it actually came about that people were noticing it and then saying it. And they were saying they smelled like wet dogs. And it was, like I said, it was because of the hair. Now, I'm not going to mention any other people, but if you notice, other people came with that stringy hair. People came and they had that same type of odor, and so you know that's why we just was like, you know, we would have so many snaps on them, and you know, I guess that was a great part of them hating us as well, you know, because we couldn't stop snapping like it. We were kids, we were young, we were kids that we lived to make fun of people. We lived to do that. And so I think that that was a great part. So I want to make an apology. I actually want to make an apology for all the Puerto Ricans and the Jamaicans that as I was a kid and I snapped on you guys. I apologize for that because I've seen that it's made a big difference in the people that I know. You know, people don't realize that when you're young, you carry those memories till you die. You carry those memories till you die. And so, you know, people, I've seen a lot of people come up to me and say, man, you made me feel so bad when I was young. And I would say, oh, come on, I'm sorry. You know, you could have said something about me and you probably did, you know, but I would never take it as that. I took it as a snapping session. That was it. You know, we'd be friends the next day. So yes, I'm so sorry. I apologize for actually snapping on these people because when they get up and older, they still remember that. Okay, repping our culture. It's amazing how young this phenomenon hip hop actually is. Don't let them get it, Phase. Don't let them get it. Okay, well, I can say this much. Everything that we do, everything. When I say everything, every single thing, all nationalities try to copy. All nationalities, and I said it on BDP last night. If we would wear a shoebox on our head and we put some fancy letters or anything on this shoebox and wore it and styled it, wore it, with other fly clothes and stuff, that would become a phenomenon. That would be a trend. And people would actually do it. They would do it. And because we said that it's cool to do it, then they do it. And then later on, you'll find out, and I'm especially going in on the Puerto Ricans because they're the ones that are so much trying their best to say 50-50. And then after 50-50, they're even coming up and saying that they created most of the stuff, that they did this, and so that's one thing that they will do is after we wear the shoebox, first they'll say, oh, we were with you guys creating the shoebox look or whatever. And then after that goes for a while, they'll actually say that they're the ones that created the shoebox effect. And so imagine that. So yes, that's what it is. Okay, Delaney, Lamin, Sloop, my brother, thank you for contra- contribution. Okay, yes, thank you. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Please, let's let the numbers go up as far as subscribing. And also, please, here, let me put that back up so we can see that. Hold on. Let's put that up. Okay, now that's actually the Cash App. Okay, so you guys that are watching, listen, just drop something in. I was asked about the super chats, and I don't have that yet. I just started. I really just started basically doing this. So our event is coming up Saturday. So we're just trying our best to grab as much as we can grab before Saturday. Okay. Just listen, any donation will do. Please, by the end of the day, I want at least the people that are in here now, the people that are watching now, at least donate something. Just donate something. And we gladly appreciate it because like I said, it's actually happening this Saturday. Okay, I'll go back to that now. I'm not going to stay on too long today because, like I said, we're getting prepared for Saturday. Okay, now Peace Phase, we took pictures Saturday with DJ Smokey. Yes. Okay. Jux 888. Yes, definitely. Definitely. And like I said, when I saw Smokey, oh my God, it was like I hadn't seen him in so long. Okay. Repping Our Culture says, I'm gonna try to shut up and listen. Okay. Listen, listen, this is what I want to say to people. Um, I'm a type of person, right, that I'm not going to say what I heard because 9 times out of 10, sometimes when you say what you heard was not the exact thing. It was not the exact thing. So when I relate my information, is something that I witnessed, I saw, I was a part of, I was there. I know what turntables Mario had. I know what mixer he had. I know what the crowd looked like. I know what we were wearing. I was a part of that. And so that's why I actually say this, because if I don't say it, then later on, when it gets down the line, the story is going to be changed, and they're already trying to change the story as it is. Since you brought that up, let's go. Let's jump in to what this whole title is about and why they're jealous. Okay, so now right now, they're putting breakdancing in the Olympics. Okay. And to me, I think that's just totally ridiculous, because gymnastics been in the Olympics. You see them flipping around and tumbling around and all of that stuff. That's been into the Olympics. But to name something that they're not even doing because they're not breakdancing. I have not seen a real breakdancer since the 70s, okay? Since the 70s. The whole 80s, the whole 90s, I have not seen a real breakdancers. I seen acrobatic flip moves and stuff. And one of the other guys, and this was so crazy, one of the other guys, breakdancer that was in a crew, he was on a channel with John Luis Guillermo. I can't pronounce the name the way he says it, but he was on there. And he said that he was looking for $100,000 because he needed to bring his crew to the Olympics. Now, the thing that caught me so much was he said that he has to pay trainers and coordinators and stuff to train these people that are supposed to be the break dancers. Right there showed me everything. A true break dancer trains himself. You understand? He trains himself. He makes up those moves himself. He doesn't need a choreographer. He doesn't need a choreographer or nothing. He trains himself. Okay, that he practices himself. He does everything himself. So he doesn't need nobody to train him to do anything, nothing. And then the people that he's teaching, actually teaching, they don't, they look at his moves and they say, okay, I'm going to do this move and I'm going to add this and I'm going to do that. So we train ourselves. Oh, you see what I'm saying? Nobody can come and tell me, oh, yo, do this move or do this move, because I'm battling you. Okay. So I don't want to do the move that you do. I want to do the move that I do and show that I'm rocking, that I'm superior. So there's no such thing as us, the real B-boys, as having a trainer. That sounds kooky. That really does. And so that's one of the parts that they don't get. You know, they were so busy watching what we were doing that they don't even get it. So basically what I say, and this is me, you guys can support me or not, but they should change the name, because it's not breakdancing. It's not breakdancing. You dance on the break. And imagine, think about it. Breakdancers break against other men, other boys, all right, because they're men now. They're actually men breakdancing against other men, okay? We ain't like that. We don't want to dance against a woman. Okay, we want to dance with the woman. Okay, we want to hold the woman in our arms. We want to spin her around and show everybody we got the baddest chick in the building. Okay, that's what we want to do. So we don't want to dance against no dudes, and you know, that's, we not trying to impress the dudes. We am trying to impress the women, point blank, period. So for you guys to say, oh, we're bringing our crew was against this crew and all that, what, really? Really? How about, yo, I went in the party and I bagged the baddest chick in there, and we going on a date and we doing this, and next time you come to the party with that bad chick, you dancing with her, you doing the freak with her, you doing the host hustle and all that with her. You're not doing that against no dude. We don't do that. We not doing that. Okay. All right. Big E says people who weren't in the country at the time is trying to tell black people hip hop history. Exactly. Exactly. You, hey, I'm gonna give you a hand clap for that. Exactly. Because now this is what we were talking about. So just say Puerto Rico. I'm bringing up Puerto Rico again. Just say in Puerto Rico, right? And Jamaica too. When you say the creation of hip hop, that means that you guys over there were breakdancing. You guys over there were rapping on the mic, talking on the mic. You guys over there were DJing. You guys over there were wearing the fashions that we were rocking. You guys over there were doing that, right? Because that's where you brought that from there. Name one thing. Name one thing in hip hop that comes from there, that comes from that country, that comes from over that they brought from there to here. And every time we ask that question, all you hear is crickets. You hear crickets. You see the trolls going and saying, "Oh, we did this and we brought this and we did it together and everything." What did they bring? I can tell you what we brought. The DJing part of it. We went into our parents' stash of records and we brought those records out. We brought those out and played them. We learned from the OGs how to snap. So we got on the mic and started snapping over the records that we had played that we had got from our parents. The dancing part, you know, every all of us Freemans, all of us have had a part in their life where their parents say, "Go ahead, boy, go ahead, girl, go ahead and do your dance," and then you go and you do your dance and you woo, woo, and we did that. So we all did that. We did that as Freeman. I know us, our families, we all did that. Everybody I know that had that when the birthday parties come or anything, you know, they show us when we dancing and we, you know, we getting down. So dancing part of it didn't come. So that's what we brought from our culture. Our culture, you go back in time, we were dancing. You go back in time, we were doing music. We were loving music. You go back in time, we were talking our junk, the dozens and stuff like that. We were doing our junk. Go back in time, we were always the hip people in fashion. We were always that. So that's what we brought from our culture to create hip hop. Every time we asked the Puerto Ricans, what did they bring? Crickets. Crickets. Every time we ask Jamaicans, what did they bring? And then, you know, they go so far as saying, you know, that they brought this and everything. And when we asked them, well, what part of this that you brought is relevant to hip hop? Period. You know, not even just the music, but hip hop, period. And they have no answer for that. They have absolutely no answer for that. Okay, so let me do a couple more and then I'm going to go back and say some stuff. Okay, what do you know about DJ John Brown was a contemporary of Mario? Did Mario know of him in the early 70s? What from my knowledge, John Brown was, I think, believe he was at the tunnel or some of that. And I'm gonna just keep it 100% with you. Back in the early 70s, in the creation of it, I saw no DJ, no, I don't know of any DJ. I got to pause for 1 second. Hold on, let me pause for 1 second. I knew of no DJ that played the breaks. I knew no DJ that actually played the breaks. After Mario actually started letting us put the breaks on his turntables, then the trend came in with the breaks. Before that, like I said, they would play the regular records that were usually on the radio, or you would hear somebody bought the record and played it and stuff. So no, John Brown did not have breaks and all of that before us. No, that's just not, it's not accurate. And like I said, John Brown was actually playing some of those records that we had already had brought out, because, like, I guess he was a record collector as well, and so he started playing those breaks. um Melanated water, straight hair ain't nothing but fur. Melanated warrior, you're something else, man. Hey, I want to see your donation, man, because I hope you're coming to the event, and I'm definitely going to. You can just come up and let me know and everything that you're there. Repping our culture. That's part of the description of them. I don't know what that means, but okay. You don't understand how on time you are right now. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. J reaction. Ignore the haters phase. Do your thing. Listen, I'm not even trying to acknowledge them. What I'm trying to do is show why why they're hating. What they're doing is they're trying their best to discredit me. They're trying their best to discredit Lord Jamar or Tariq Nasheed, because we're actually bringing the truth to the table. And the truth is that no, they were not a part of the creation. They've always been fans. They've always been observing. They've always been watching everything that we do. Every single time I go on, they have it as a notification that I'm on, and they come and they listen to everything. How would you know that because they say I'm a liar or whatever? How would you know that I'm a liar if you were not listening or whatever? How would you know that I said this if you were not listening or saying it? So they just come, and they're so busy trying their best to find out what we're doing. And that's how it was back in the days. They would be, because their parents told them, stay away from the Morenos, stay from the Chocolates, all the chocolate. They said their parents would tell them all that, because remember, the parents were the ones that wanted to come to this big pink America. And so, they were always taught to stay away from us or whatever. But that when you tell a child that, then it makes them more more nosy, more curious to find out why are our parents telling us to stay away from them. And so, you could see them watching, just like, oh my God, every jam I go to, you could see them watching. And it was so funny. It was hilarious to me. They didn't even know who Smokey was. They did not know. But when I said, that's Smokey, then all of them, now they want to take a picture, they want to come around, and they still don't know who Smokey is. Like, but they know that we were gathering around, all the legends were coming over and saying Smokey and saluting him and everything. And so then once they saw that, then they were like, oh, okay, hey, let me take a picture. Can I take a picture with you? And now they're going to go back and say, oh, I got this picture with this guy. And they don't even know who he was. Never seen him before in their whole entire life. Never seen him before in his whole entire life. But that's what they do. They observe, they watch, and that's it. Okay, it's almost time to wrap it up. Let me hit a couple of more things. If money and notoriety wasn't involved, do you think they would be saying the 50-50 comments? Definitely not. Definitely not, especially the money part of it and the notoriety. So what they're doing, like I said, even with Dr. Columbus would be, his name wouldn't even be anything if he didn't say DJ Faze this, or Tariq Nasheed this, or Lord Jamar this, or anything. If he didn't say those names, then nobody would know his name. He's been on for I don't know how many years now or whatever, and the most he gets is maybe 900 views or whatever views he gets, and he gets those views because somebody gets on wanting to know what we were saying, what we did, or whatever, and then they go right off. They don't even, they don't like it or nothing. They just go off. And then he has his little trollers, his little secret agent trollers, to be in there trying to support him. And then they look like fools. They look like complete fools and haters and whatever. So that's definitely notoriety. They're trying their best to be noticed, to be, they're the ones that in the classroom, they can't even raise their hand because they don't know the answer, but they'll say they'll hear another answer from somebody, and then they'll find out that it's the right answer, and they'll go and they'll say, oh yes, I know this or whatever, and it's terrible. I would never want to be in that position. I would never, ever, ever, ever want to have to be jealous of anybody. I've never been jealous of anybody in my life. And most of us can actually say that and it be true. We don't have to be jealous because we're too great as we are. We're too creative as we are. So we don't have no need to be jealous. We have no need to be jealous. Okay? All right. Go back. Mountain Aid Warrior, you really doing it, man. I pray and hope that I can go back and look into the Cash App and see that you've donated something. One of those Latino trolls who was born in the late 80s said that the pioneers in microphone check don't know what they're talking about. Well, you just said the whole thing. They were born in the 80s. So if they were born in the 80s, they only know really about the 90s. Okay. So they don't even really know about the 80s. They know about the 90s. So they definitely don't know about the 70s. They definitely don't. And that's what I said. This one which I think is Dr. Columbus, but one of them says, oh, we used to see you in the pool and this or whatever. No, no. Let me explain something to you. All right. In Rosedale Pool, all right, Bronxdale were the bullies. I'm not just keep it real. We were really bullies. We didn't let anybody just come. We were mostly just wanted girls to come to the pool, and we definitely would not have been there when our moms was around. Okay, because when our moms was around, we couldn't curse. We had respect for elders. We had respect for elders. You could be walking down the street doing something bad, and your next door neighbor would see you and smack you on the head, bring you upstairs, and then as soon as you got upstairs and she told what you did, then your moms or your dad would smack the shit out of you as well. So we have respect. We have respect for our elders. We didn't till this day. I don't curse in front of my mom and dad. I just do not do that. That's something that I do not do. It's like it's just a matter of respect, and that's why I see these kids. They curse their moms out. They curse their dads out. And that's just no respect, none. And back then, I'm not gonna lie. I'm being straight up. I used to see Puerto Ricans saying curses in front of their moms, cursing their moms out. Till this day, you still see Puerto Ricans cursing their moms out, like bitch and all of this stuff. We as freedmen, we just don't didn't do that. My mom's and dad's favorite saying was, "I brought you into this world, and I'll take you out." Okay, and so we had so much respect for our elders that we would never, ever, ever actually curse in front of our parents. Okay, look, the hour's up. The hour is up. So one more time, the Cash App is scrolling apart upon the bottom, right? And also, we're going to put this back up there. Okay, so we need you guys to actually donate. The event is Saturday. I'm gonna go on before Saturday. Maybe this is what I'll do. You know what I'll do from today? I'll make a series, and the series will mean that I will go on every single day. The first topic that I'll talk about is DJing. So that'll be tomorrow. We're talking about DJing. Then we'll talk about MCing, which will be Wednesday. Then we'll talk about dancing, which will be Thursday. Okay, and then Friday, we'll put everything together, preparing for Saturday. Okay, so peace, you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and share and bring to other people. All you commenters that came in today, I thank you so much. I thank you, Riri. You know I love you so much. I thank you for sharing. I thank you for bringing it to the massives. And I'm just out, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we are the power structure of the world, the power structure of the world, and everybody wants to be like us. So you haters keep hating, you jealous people keep jealous, and it just shows us that we're right. We're 100% right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please donate to the Cash App on the screen. Thank you. Peace and blessings.